Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday to you. I'm Mary, Get Strong with Mary. I'm back outside. It is beautiful today. It would be a little chilly, but the house is protecting me from the wind and the sun feels amazing. The one thing that I never know about, I need to do a little study on this, is I've got the sun behind me. It's kind of coming in. I'm not really sure how that's going to impact. I'll turn just a little bit. I never am quite sure about where to stand, just so that you can see what I want to show you. So today is going to be a little bit of show and tell, also a little bit of maybe book review. So I wanted to share with you one of our headlining products in Partner Co. And you can say today I have on my Partner Co shirt, Team Unstoppable, from when we went to Destin. Well, I don't really care much for t-shirts. Turns out this one's nice and soft, but it was like way long. So my friend Robin and I just cut the t-shirt off, and it hangs nicely and rolls, and you can sort of feel the softness of it. So if you ever get a t-shirt that just doesn't feel comfortable, consider that. But now I can use it for things like this, or I can use it when I work out. It is very soft, as I said. But Partner Co. is very near and dear to my heart. And as Get Strong with Mary, Partner Co. is the only nutritional supplement regime that I personally recommend and that I have tried. Partner Co. Just checks off all the boxes. The company is amazing. The people are like family when you are with them. There's a compensation plan. There is no other that is as generous and fair and level. The products have all been scientifically studied, created by physicians, undergone clinical studies. There is just nothing negative to say about this company, and I can't even remember. I was going to say on 2 hands, 10 fingers, I could probably count off the number of companies whose nutritional supplements or products, protein shakes, juices, pills, whatever, that I have tried. And there's so many, I really can't remember all of them. So when I came across this company, Partner Co., and I'm almost coming up to my 1-year anniversary, not quite, but almost, when I found this company and saw that they had a variety of over 8,200 nutritional products. We say 8,200 because it varies. We are a global company, over 50 different countries in the world, so it varies from country to country. So we say 8,200 products. When I came across those and saw the quality and the clinical studies, it was sort of like finding Christmas. So I am excited to share with you today. I want to talk about, as I was mentioning, the Partner Co. And as I was getting excited to share with you one of my favorite products, I thought about a book. So I'm here in Williamsburg, Virginia. Just down the road is Jamestown, where it all started. So there was a book called, I never quite get this right, the title is so long, but Dark Enough to See the Stars in the Jamestown Sky. Dark Enough to See the Stars in the Jamestown Skies. This book fascinated me. It was not necessarily been one I was sought out. I have a very limited genre. I'm trying to expand it. I love, Patricia Cornwell, John Grisham. When I have time to read, the problem with me reading is that I don't want to ever put the book down. So I end up staying up till 12:01 reading the book just to get to the end. So I sort of choose that as a special treat. It's a great thing to do if you're walking on the treadmill, by the way. It's easy to walk and read the book if you're going at a reasonable speed. But that book, what was so intriguing about that is, first of all, it took place right here, in Jamestown, Virginia. And the story was about the women who came over from England to help prepare and grow this Jamestown island. And what was even more significant was the fact that there was a woman who came with all this knowledge and herbs and herbal medicine, and she had learned that from her mom in England, and so she brought that knowledge here, and that helped many, I would go as far to say, had she not had that knowledge, could we be certain that Jamestown would have survived and things would have unfolded as they did? Maybe, maybe in a different way another time. But anyhow, I think that those herbs and the treatments and the medicines that she had learned made a difference. And certainly the author who wrote this book alluded to how beneficial they were. So it is historical research, of course, historical fiction based on intensive research. So the author took great lengths to be sure that she did her research. And of course the characters had to be fictional because it was so long ago, but there were a lot of records that she could examine. So anyhow, it's a very great book. It has two sequels after the original. But the thing about that is that from England, she brought over to what was to become America medicinal products, healthy from the ground products to be used. So now I think you know where I'm going with this. So the product that I want to show you today has a similar history. So this product, before I say what this product, the story is that the Pacific Islanders, when they were moving from island to island, they would always put this particular plant in their canoe. And so it became known as a canoe plant because of its medicinal properties. And you can look this up anywhere. I'm not making this up. It has nothing to do with the company. You can go and Google this when we're done and you will read about it. Because of its medicinal properties, they wanted to take it wherever they went. And you may have heard of this because I certainly heard this, I don't even know how many years ago, the first time I heard of something called Noni Juice. Well, it turns out that Noni Juice, the berry, has amazing medicinal properties, and that's why it was so important that they would put it in the canoe and they would take it with them wherever they go. So Noni is one of the anchor products that Partner Co. has. Partner Co. actually, business-wise, Partner Co. purchased Noni along with the body balancing drops, and those became like the two anchoring. And it has just Noni Juice was always popular, but we even have it's even a greater popularity now with a proper opportunity to share with everyone. But what I want to show you, first of all, I'm going to show you this beautiful the Noni Juice does come either in packets or bottles. I'm going to show you this beautiful box. I just, you hear me say I love to be outside, and this box to me is so pretty that it could almost be artwork. I could almost take this and put it in a frame. I just love it with all the way around here, and it has, of course, all the information on the back. So they call this the original Superfruit Wellness Booster. Okay, so I'm going to hold this up again, and this is what it says on the box. It says this Tahitian Noni Original includes powerful antioxidants, adaptogens, nutrients, and phytonutrients to naturally boost energy levels, immune system function, and overall health. So who doesn't need to be paying attention to their immune system and energy level and overall health? So this will help with that when you take it as a part of your wellness routine. So this particular product the berries come from French Polynesia because that's where they feel that the soil is the best. So you've got this beautiful box, and then you slip off the sleeve, and then you have more artwork. I mean, I just hate to throw these boxes away. If you're going to save these for gifts or something, but this is what happens when you take the sleeve off. So I know it may be silly to get so excited about, the artwork and the marketing, but nonetheless, it's attractive to me. I love all things nature, and I just really want to jump inside. But the cool thing about this, I'm going to open it up for you. It's in a box, and here is what is called a sachet. Okay, a little fancy name, but what it is, still with the beautiful artwork, notice. But the reason this is so amazing, obviously, is because it's on the go. Okay, so you can take it wherever you want. I have this along with my MOA and a couple of other things that I can keep in a little container in my car in case I go somewhere. And I, especially, if I go somewhere and I'm there longer than I think I'm going to be, or if I am standing longer or doing something that's taken more energy, more toll on my body than I originally anticipated, I love having this available. So I just rotate the bottle for you. Okay, so you can take that with you. So it comes in that beautiful box. So these are the sachets. Now, as is with anything that's convenient, unfortunately, you end up paying a couple of pennies more. So you will pay a couple of pennies more to have that box to take with you. But what I do is a combination. So I have a box. I buy the box that I can put in my little containers, but I also go with the original bottle. So again, very lovely artwork, on the front. And I just keep mine in the refrigerator. And I will tell you that the first time you taste this, it has a unique taste. Very unique. But the second time you taste it, you go, and the third time. And eventually it seems as though your body knows what's going to happen once you swallow that. And it's really eager to taste this. So I brought a little glass. So this is not wine, but I love to use a fancy glass. And so even when I make my protein shakes, I'm apt to pour it in a fancy glass, because if little things like that can give you joy, then why not embrace it? If I get joy from that silly artwork on the cover of a product, well, just let me fill myself with joy from that artwork. If I can have joy from drinking out of a fancy glass, what does it cost? Nothing. So just go for it. So I am a little silly like that, but it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to show you. You can measure it. You don't have to measure it. I'm going to just pour it here. And I am going to put the top back on. There's no flies out yet, but you never know. I don't want to fly in my noni. That protein I do not need. But here it is in just, a little glass. And so I'm going to drink it here for you. There's something special about drinking something that you know is going to do so much for your body. And I think the hardest thing for some of us is that, we feel good, we have energy, we don't think that we need to really shore up our system. But when we get the flu, or when we get a cold, or when we run out of energy, or as we age and we begin to get the inflammation in our body, which results in joint aches, or when we go to the doctor and our blood work is creeping into a negative way, that's when we tend to go, oh, I need to do something. We're trying to educate people to start to get healthier before you know that you need it, because the reality is you always need it. That's why you eat food. You eat food to give you nutrition, right? Nutrition is going to keep your body healthy. We've talked about a lot. I've talked about a lot how nutrition today is lacking because of all of the soil quality is not as good, all of the chemicals that are used. So now more than ever, we do need healthy sources to supplement our nutritional intake. So enough of that. Okay, so I showed you the sachet, I showed you the bottle, I took a drink in front of you. Cheers to you on this Saturday morning. So here's another fun thing, because I started out talking about books, right? So let me just lean over here again. I've got everything on top of my little hot tub here. Look at this. Look at this book. All right, 101 ways to use noni fruit juice for better health. So remember, this is not something that our company has come up with in the past 5 years. This is not something that anybody has. This goes all the way back to the island Pacificers who were putting this noni berry in their plant, in the canoe, and taking it from island to island because they believe so strongly in its medicinal values. So this is an intriguing book because it tells you how many different ways you can use, the noni, from impacting what's inside your body to also the possibility, would you apply, the juice to like a cut or a scrape. So it talks about some other properties there. So I'm not going to go into all of that. You know, I didn't write the book. I'm not a doctor, although, you know, family members say, who do you think you are, a doctor? Of course I don't think I'm a doctor, but I am an educator. I think I always have been, even before I was old enough to officially become a teacher. And I feel that education and knowledge is power when the power and the knowledge is used properly. And so I do want to always share with people what I find. My health and wellness is extremely important to me because I love to be outside. Right now, I'd like to be in a kayak or hiking somewhere, doing anything I can do outside, and you have to have the energy and the health to do that. So anything that I find and I use in that, by the way, it may not matter to you if you don't know me, but I can assure you that I will never be sharing anything with you that I have not tried. If I haven't tried something and have found that it had beneficial impact on me, I won't be sharing it with you because that just wouldn't be sincere. So, you know, you try something, you like it, you share it. If you want to try something, you know, or you want to share something, you want to be sure that you try it before you share it. But it has some things in here, even for your pets. So really cool. This came from Amazon. I got the book edition, but I don't remember if this one was actually available through Kindle, but with, I think, 100% of the books at Amazon, you can download a sample of the book so you can kind of get an idea of what it is before you purchase it. But this just came yesterday. I was very excited about it and I already started going through and underlining some things. So this is a great, you know, reference. This is like a cookbook for health. It's like, oh, I've got an earache. Can the noni help in any way? Oh, I just scraped myself. Can the noni help? So I highly recommend that you take a peep at that. Again, here is the very efficient bottle of noni, which ounce by ounce is going to be a little more cost effective than the sachets. But as we said, these cool little sachets, you can, when you're traveling, you can take them with you. When you can keep them, you know, in your car, in your purse to grab at any time. And you might say, why would I want to have these with me? But I'm telling you, when you know noni, they say, when you know noni, you know. When you take the noni and you know it, you're going to understand why you want to have this available. And if that means you're going on vacation and you can't take a bottle, you're going to want to have these sachets. So now, if any of you would like to try these, just message me and let me know that you would like to try. I will send you out a sachet along with a coupon, or talk to you how to get 30% off, you know, a bottle, and let you get it's almost spring. So let this March Madness not always be about, you know, basketball, but maybe this March Madness wants to be about getting into the best physical shape from the inside out that you can. Don't think about right now pounds or inches if that's something that's on your mind. Just think about being healthy. The other will come. When you strive to be healthy from the inside out, if your body has a few inches or pounds to lose, that will happen. So, until I see you again, just comment below and I'll send you out your noni. If you have any questions, also please put those in messages. If you want more information, you can message me privately through chat, however you want to do it. I've got some exciting things coming up in March that I'll share with you on Thursday. So until I see you again, I hope that you have the best of sunny days. I know that tomorrow we might get a little more rain, and then Monday we might get a little mixed precipitation in there. Like I said, I can hardly not come on without sharing the weather report. That's very much reminds me of my mom. But until I see you again, be sure to be kind to others, but especially be kind to yourself. Support yourself, do what's good for you. Let me know if you want some noni, and I will see you soon. Bye.